Hey guys, today I'll be telling you about all beneath characters, starting with easy section. First, we have a zombie. A zombie is exactly a human, but of course it does not look the same. It is the same size and stuff. By the way, you can't change any of these guys' sizes in this whole video. But he cannot, I don't think he can pick up weapons. I don't know, he probably can't. But there's this thing where you can make him so he can hold weapons. All you gotta do is click on him. All you gotta do is click on him, change it back to a human, make it have a weapon. I guess I'll choose a bat in this case. And then you turn it back into a zombie. And it doesn't show it, but now it will have a bat. See? Anyways, you can also do it with these two that are also in easy, but first we have the normal skeleton. The normal skeleton is, of course, limping, and the zombie is also limping. I forgot to tell you about that. And it's the same as the next one we're gonna see here. I think it's the exact same, maybe. Might have a little bit more health. But over than that, just that, so not really anything different. By the way, it's the dark skeleton, which is the next. Just looks different. But yeah, of course they're bones. This one's also limping, of course. But now we have unlocked the... Oh wait, no, this is my fault. This was super easy. This is easy. Start right down here. Now, some people are gonna disagree, but some people are gonna agree. To be honest, if you disagree, I get it if you put it in super easy, but if you disagree and don't put in here super easy, then to be honest, you're just wrong. Like, seriously though. Bro, I could juke that thing so easily. You cannot tell me that you died to that a lot. And if you do, skill issue. But yeah, all I'm trying to say here is that it's easy, and if you think it's hard, you're wrong, or it's just a skill issue for you. But anyways, next is the redhead crab. These guys, I know for most people are down here, but for me, they're a skill issue for me. I have some weird skill issue with these guys that I can't figure out. Like, they're just so annoying, even though I never died to them. I don't know, just jumping multiple times and not hearing the just is way too hard. But I try to deal with it. So yeah, this next one just will come out from its slumber quicker. Not quicker, but the more farther you are. So let's say like the redhead crab, like you're 10 feet away, it'll go off. This is 20 feet. See what I'm talking about? And you're getting it. Do you get it? It doesn't matter, because that's basically all I have to say for them. But next, the last one. A lot of people are disagreeing with me, and I know that, but I'm just really good at this guy. I mean, to be honest, you just have to go into a swirly and hit him multiple times. Make sure he doesn't switch directions. You want him never standing right on you. You always have to make him stand on the other side. Make him look on the other side, or else you might be cooked. But yeah, there's nothing really too hard with him. But next, we have the medium section. The medium section. Alright. This one, there's a lot of, like, skill issues and stuff. Now, this personally is not a skill issue for me. Of course, some people this is a skill issue for, but it'll walk around normally, and once you see it or it sees you, it will start charging up this ball, and then once it's done, it'll start going at you. I was about to say lightning speed, but actually speed of a normal rabbit. And once it hits you, it will electrocute you or any other monster. And it does not have too much health, but after it electrocutes, it will have a cooldown where it just goes around, just floating around. But then, the next will be the worm. That's not its actual name, but I am not doing real names because I don't care about the real names. But the worm, pretty simple. Again, another skill issue for some people. Personally, not mine. All you gotta do, wait for it to stop going underground and stop moving. And if you can't stop moving, then just look around everywhere. If you stop moving, it will try to go like right on top of you, then bite you. But you can go away from it really quickly by just hearing its noise of it coming out and then going. But if you run, then it'll like go like in a random spot kind of towards you, and it'll be like behind you or something. So make sure you're on the lookout. And once he comes out, he can still hurt you. Beware. That's the hard part. But overall, really easy. So yeah. Unless you have skill issues. Next is the serpent. I don't really know what this guy's name is, but he is basically just a mean dog. He just is walking around. Of course, it's the same trigger as the crystal entity. Okay? Same kind of thing when he notices you or you notice it. Except if you notice it, it won't get mad. But if it does, if you're a little bit far away, it won't notice you. You have to be in like a 5 feet range. It's a little bit strong, but not that strong. And it will try to bite you, and it will try to punch you. And it has a shield, but I don't know what it's for, because literally you can just hit the shield and it will damage the dog. So I don't know what that's for. But yeah. Anyways, next is this little skeleton guy known as Jimmy for me. I mean, known as Little Bro for me. My fault. Little Bro will be walking around. Actually, no, he's just going to be standing in a random area. Once he sees you, he will be crawling at you like how he does normally, you know, how you expect him to. But then Little Bro, if he gets close enough, like 10 feet, he will go and like summon something with his wand. And then there will be a laser, the exact same laser as with the crystal crabs. But the thing is, it does not do that much damage at all. And it stays on for like 10 seconds. And then after that, he has a cooldown, not too long though. But he just sits there on his cooldown. But if you hit him, then he starts running away on his cooldown. And his cooldown, I think, will even speed up if you try to hit him. Anyways, the next is the dog. Ah, such clean white mouth. This boy is not a good boy or bad boy, to be honest. Bro's just the pet of Beneath. He doesn't think he's a warrior, and he doesn't think he's a simp. All he thinks is he wants to eat, and he doesn't want to eat, but he wants to bash. So you wanna know who he decides to bash? Yep, you got it, yourself. And once he tries to bash you, he will try it, and if you miss, if he hits you, then he will do a little bit of damage, but then he will be on a cooldown, just standing there looking at you menacingly. But then, after that, he will do it again if you're near. But if you're not near and his cooldown is done, he will begin roaming again. But if he doesn't hit you, same thing will happen, but you lose no health. By the way, you do get knocked back like a lot, so he doesn't infinite hit you or anything like that. But next will be the hold on. What is this? The tentacle mutant. The tentacle mutant. He will be like and he will be a little bit rarer than zombie, but still definitely not rare at the same time. And he will be walking very slowly. He will be staying where he spawned, but he will be walking around right next to the spawn. And once he sees you, he's very slow. He's like a tiny bit slower than a zombie, like half slower. And when he sees you, he will of course start walking to you like that. But then when he tries to hit you, he will swing his tentacle. And it does quite a lot of damage, so watch out for that. And that's basically all for him. Well, next row, which is actually not what you think it is. It is not this next wall. It is this wall. But anyways, starting. This is the this is the hard pack. First we have this random head. I think he's a skill issue for me. I don't know. But of course, he always kills me. What he does is waits around. He floats in the air. And then once he notices you, he will make this weird noise. And he will have a cooldown immediately. And then once his cooldown is done, he will go and he will dash at you with glowing red eyes. So his eyes will turn glowing. He does do damage, and he does also knocks you back. But the one thing that makes this guy a skill issue for me is that, his health. He has so much health. Too much. JK is actually a pretty good thing to beneath, actually. But the amount of health this guy has, one time, he literally took 4 hits to kill with a katana for me. And by the way, it was a rusty katana. Like, bro, chill, that's so much. And I was like stabbing him in the back and like in the front and in his eyes. In his ears. Like, it's just too much. But I love him at the same time. But next one, I don't love. He is our first Charlotte, I'm pretty sure. He is the Beast. Literally just the one we just saw, but with a whole body. I don't know if the heads are like the Beast's like minions, or if they're like lost ones, like they lost their body. But if they lost their body, there should have been like a body without a head. But that really wouldn't make sense, because that it wouldn't be really alive. So couldn't see, couldn't hear, couldn't smell. All it could do is walk around, grab stuff, and go in random places and I don't know. So I kind of get why they didn't add that. Maybe it can be like a new update for like, I don't know, props. Like just a laying body. I don't know, bro. Don't ask me. I'm just making stuff up. I'm just saying my predictions that I think will happen. But that's all I gotta say about him, except that he has a lot of health. I think he's underrated, to be honest. Like, nobody talks about him. Like, he's actually a very cool character to fight, though. He's not too hard, but at the same time, he's hard enough. You know what I mean? Like, he's just a normal, strong enemy with just strong stuff. You know. But do the same swirly thing with the statue. Do this with him, too. It'll work. I forgot to say one thing about the crystal crabs. Hit their legs. Yes, cut off their legs. But anyways, next is the teleporter. This guy, of course, he teleports. He is like the big bro of this place. Except for one guy. One guy is the real big bro. But this guy, so far, we're gonna say he's the big bro. Because, of course, he's the biggest one we've seen so far. So, yeah. But he's just like, you know, he teleports and stuff. He has quite a lot of health. Less than the Beast. But he still has a little bit of health. Like 2 katana shots, maybe 1, rarely 1. Then he's dead. Maybe 3 or 4. But that's just like if you hit him in a bad spot. Like you hit like all of his fingernails and then you hit a good spot. Like the best spot is his foot. Right here, his hips. His hips is the best spot to hit. Because then he will fall off half, and if he lost his legs almost all the time, I saw him without like this bottom part down here before. But that's pretty rare, so yeah, like 2 shots, just cut off this leg right here, boom, then this one, boom, and then he's probably gonna die. But then he will notice you and he'll do kind of a pose where he has one arm kind of like pointing at you and one arm back. And he has like this like, I don't know, magic stuff that he will pull out and throw at you. It does quite a lot of damage and knocks back you. And then soon he will teleport to another area. Makes sense, he's called the teleporter. But that's all for him. Next is this. You're probably like, wait, that's literally the same guy as Little Bro. And you are wrong and correct. Because he's literally just a tiny bit larger and with a yellow skull. And he's on fire. My fault, a yellow hat instead of orange. Of course, still a lot of black, but you know what I mean. Same staff, but instead he shoots out fire. To be honest, it's literally easier. He's literally easier than Little Bro. I call him Master of the Little Bros. But he's literally just, the only thing that makes him a Shard Lord, yes, he's a Shard Lord, is that he is strong. He can take 5 hits to a katana, and the 6th hit would make him die. But to be honest, it matters what weapon you have. Katanas are, for some reason, weak against him. I don't know why. But, like, I had a katana once. I literally had to do 6 hits. And one time I had a hammer. I literally did 4 hits. He was dead. So, that's kind of weird, but I'm not judging. Yeah, Master of the Little Bros. So, Master Little Bro. Next is another Shard Lord. Sorry. Hold on. Anyways, he's literally just a very hard to kill human with a very hard to break shield. And a very good weapon. That's all for him. Next is another Shard Lord. Oh, hold on. Next is another Shard Lord, who I call the Big Fatty. Because he is a big fatty. I mean, look at him. Look at this guy, bro. Look at this guy. He is so big. He's literally just the statue, but harder to kill and a little bit bigger. Because when I say harder to kill, I mean he does more damage. He still does knockback. Yes, the statue did knockback. I forgot to tell you that. And he... literally the only thing is that he has more health. So, that's basically it. That's why he's a Shard Lord, huh? You're probably like, oh, there should be more, right? 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 Anyways, we're moving on to the... Chaos. So I'm just trying to say a way that it could be the friendliest way ever. Chaos! This is just the Chaos enemies! First enemy, we have three-headed dragon. You have to cut all of his heads off, which is just way too hard. So he has basically a lot of health. He can breathe fire. So it's easy to not die by him, because you also just do the swirly strat. But it's hard to kill him. So if you ever see him in Beneath, I recommend to just don't try to kill him. It's not worth it. But next is Giant Mage. Well, this guy was called Hydra, so yeah. At least that's what I call him, Hydra. Probably said differently, but I don't care. The Mage is literally just the beast, but like fresh. Of course, he looks way fresher. He has a huge stick. There you go. Anyways, yeah, he has a huge stick. If he didn't have that stick, he would probably literally not even be on... He would literally be in the easy tier. I'm not even joking. Because you have to do the swirly strat and you have to hit him not that much times. But let me tell you something. I hate when he spawns these weird orbs with his staff. He like holds his staff up with his two hands and then they spawn from up there. And they start chasing me, and if you kill them, they don't respawn. And they do so much damage. And if you're in a tight area, a tight space, then you're probably gonna die. But if the roof is down, then good for you, because he cannot do that, because has to be a big enough room. And he can also spawn enemies. I don't know what else he can spawn except normal head crabs and the floating heads. I don't know if there's anything else he can spawn, so yeah, that's all I've seen. He does that, so yeah. In the first hit, he will like bash his staff down, like this staff right here. He will go hum bomba, and it will knock back you but do no damage unless if you're of course like right in front of his face, how I am right now. But yeah, it takes like 3 hits for almost every weapon in the game. Yeah. Next is, oh my god, the Crawler. He's a Shard Lord, if you haven't guessed. He has a bunch of lasers and they're very hard to dodge. But I still dodge them. Yes, I actually still dodge them. I'm really good at this game. He has a lot of health. So my strat is to like come up to him right after the first blast, and then once like keep hitting him right here, and then when he like puts his claws up, like he goes or anything, you're gonna run back to like here and wait for him to go and put them down like that again, and then run back and then repeat, and then soon he'll die. Next is another Shard Lord called the Deceiver. the deceiver will spot you, and of course he also has the same pose as teleporter, and of course he has the same texture of teleporting, but instead he does teleport somewhere, but he also has fake clones when he teleports. He has a lot of health. That's literally it, and he's literally the enemy that I hate the most in the game. He's the most annoying to me. Not the most hard though, but the most annoying. Yeah, top tier 1 annoying. But this is not how annoying they are. This is how hard they are. So you're top 4, bro. You almost made it in top 3, but nope. You don't get any excitement for today, bro. Sorry. You were super close though. Good job. Good job. Keep up the good work. And I would say that to you. But you're my worst enemy. So anyways. Yeah. Oh, by the way, that's more annoying than him. He's top 2, but he's top 1 of annoying. But anyways, the top 3. Number 3, the observer. You want to do the roundabout strat, but the thing is, it doesn't even work almost the whole time. It's like impossible to hit him without getting hurt, except if you have a melee weapon or you throw your weapon. I mean, except if you have a, like, gun or something. Not a melee weapon. If you have a melee weapon and you don't throw it, then you're cooked. He has a lot of health too, to mention. Does quite a lot of damage. He, like 4 hits and you're dead. And not to mention, he's huge. I mean, look at this. Look at how huge this guy is. But anyways, we are going to now go in 2nd place. And 2nd place is Necromancer. No helmet. He is literally just the giant mage, but upgraded. He has more health. I think he still spawns guys. And he has way more like orbit thingies. Next is just him, but more health. Yeah, it's just the Necromancer, but with the helmet this time. That's literally it. I know, not too exciting, I'm sorry, but still, I can't give you that much. Sorry. But, of course, same thing, just more health. And that is every singular monster in Beneath. Except for the final boss, because he's not in the maker mode, and I'm definitely not gonna like go all the way to go to the final boss, so that's all you get to see. So yeah, I don't care. But hope y'all enjoyed, and bye bye.